If I ask you what the president's job is, what would you say? Well, let's hear Joe Biden's answer.
Your job as president is to promote the common good.
God
Biden?
You're a genius. That's the most outstanding answer I've ever heard. You must have a IQ of 160. You are gifted.
Joseph Biden. You gotta love Forrest Gump. But all joking aside, is the president's job really to promote the common good?
Or is it something else?
Let's start by looking at the presidential oath of office. The Constitution requires that every president-elect take this oath before he begins his presidency. I do solemnly swear, or affirm, that I will faithfully execute the office of the President of the United States and will, to the best of my ability, preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States. Well, I didn't hear the words common good in there, but let's look at the Constitution since that is what the President is supposed to preserve, protect, and defend. Let's look at Article 2, Sections 2 and 3, which deal with presidential powers. The President shall be the Commander-in-Chief of the Army and Navy of the United States and of the militia of the several states when called into the actual service of the United States, and shall commission the officers of the United States. I'm still not seeing anything about promoting the common good as one of the roles the president is supposed to fulfill, but before anyone starts sending me comments or messages about the general welfare clause in the preamble of the Constitution, let's take a look at some quotes from the father of our Constitution, the man mainly behind the Constitution, our fourth president, James Madison. Here's what he had to say about the general welfare clause. So all this evidence I've just shown you should point to one conclusion. The job of the president is not to promote the common good. The job of the president is to protect, defend, and uphold the U.S. Constitution, the greatest document in the history of the world that has provided the most liberty, the most prosperity, and the greatest alleviation of poverty in history. You would expect, or at least hope, that Joseph Biden, a six-term senator and current vice president of the United States, would understand this fact, especially since he has sworn that
I, Joseph Robinette Biden Jr., do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same.
Oops. Oops. Oh my God. Oh, oops.
if only every politician remembered their oath of office, then they'd all be like Ron Paul.